Hello guys, I gave an interview in a company called KPMG, and the company was based on the PHP, MySQL and the front end. The interview date was the April 11, 2024. So for the first question they asked me, what is the difference between framework and library? So I said a framework provides a structured foundation of building for building applications. It typically enforces a specific way of organizing and structuring your code, while a library is a collection of reusable code designed to solve a specific problem or provide the specific functionality. Second, the framework is in control of the application flow and you work within its rule and architecture. This is often called inversion of control. You write code that the framework calls when needed. While you are in control, you call the library's function method when needed. It doesn't dictate the structure of your application. Offer built-in tools and components like routing, templating, authentication, database abstraction, and more. Enforce a particular design pattern, for example, model view controller, that is MVC, while a library focus on a specific set of features, example database interaction, string manipulation, or image processing. Okay, and framework provide a standardized way to develop applications, while a library does not enforce a particular architecture or design pattern. So if you want to make a bottom line for this, so framework tell us what to do and how to do it. In the case of library, you decide when to use it. Then they asked me what is Gent framework. So I said Gent framework is an open source object oriented web application framework implemented in PHP. So they asked me autoloader in Gent framework. So I said an autoloader automatically loads PHP classes when you need them. So you don't have to write include or require statement for every files. How to set up it? So first of all, you have to install Gen framework using Composer. Like the Composer requires Laminas MVC. Okay, so the new name of the Gen framework is the Laminas. Okay, so then add your namespace in composer.json. Then run this command to activate Composer dump autoload. Okay, you can do this without Composer also. So what is the use of autoloaders? No need to manually include files. Keep your code clean and organized and make it easier to manage large projects. They ask me end versus double end. So I said in PHP both end and double end are logical operators used to combine conditions, but they have different precedent level. Here is a simple explanation. For example, a variable $a equal to true and $b equal to false, and $result one equal to dollar $a and b, and result two $a and b. So what would be the answer? So first $a. If in the case of double end, $a is true and $b is false. So if there is double end, so the output will be false. But in the case of result 2, where $a equal to true and $b, so the output will be true. Why? Because first assign $a to result 2, then check result 2 and $b. Okay, so in PHP assignment has in PHP equal to, okay, equal to has higher precedence than and. This means PHP evaluate the statement as result 2 is equal to $a and $b. Okay. They asked me what is the PHP CLI. So I said PHP CLI. CLI means command line interface. PHP CLI allows you to run PHP script directly from the command line terminal or command prompt without needing a web server. So how to use PHP CLI? First of all, you have to check the PHP version, PHP-v, then run a PHP script. Create a script.php and then use PHP script.php. So this is the so we can run PHP without the server in command line. Okay. So why do we use PHP CLI? No web server needed. You can run PHP directly on your computer. Great for automation, useful for tasks like backup or sending emails automatically. Third, quick testing. Run small PHP script without operating a browser. Okay. And they asked me what is the SQL injection. So I said SQL injection is a code injection technique that might destroy your database. So SQL injection is a placement of malicious code in SQL statement via web page input. Like student ID and the student enter the following in the input field 1222 or 1 equal to 1. So this is basically translate to select star from student where student ID is equal to 1234 or 1 is equal to 1. Now this 1 is equal to 1 return all records of for which this holds true. So basically all the student data is compromised. Now the malicious user can also delete the student record in a similar fashion. How to store log in and without login data. For non-logged in user, you can store data temporarily in the cookies or in the local storage or client side. So using cookies allow you to store data on the user's browser, which persist even after the browser is closed unless the cookie expires. Okay. So what is the difference between session cookie database and local storage? Okay. So session store data server side for logged in users. Cookies store data client side on the user browser for both logged in and non-logged in users. So cookies can do both the work while session do only one work. Database store permanent user data server side for the logged in user, only logged in. Local storage store data client side on the server browser for non-logged in user, only available to JavaScript within the same origin, not sent to the server. So local storage is like cookies and database is like the session. Then they asked me the x equal to hello and x equal to hello. So triple equal to and double equal to, so they asked me. So the x triple equal to hello. So this is a strict comparison. Okay. For example, you have a dollar $x is equal to hello, capital H, and then all the letters in the smaller letters. So when you use the where dump dollar $x equal to hello, so this will return the true because the same value and the same type. Now where dump dollar $x equal to hello, but we are keeping h in a small, so it will return the false because same value but different data type. Third, where dump dollar $x equal to 5, so it will show the 5. It will show the what do you call false. Okay. So x equal to hello. This is a loose comparison. Perform type correction. If the type are different, PHP will attempt to convert one or both operand to a common type before making the comparison. Okay. Then they ask me how do you prevent SQL injection. So I said we can use the prepared statement. So prepared statement are the best way to prevent SQL injection. They ensure that user input is treated as data, not executable code. Okay. So how do you use prepared statement? So MySQLi equal to new MySQLi. Then four parameter we have: localhost, username, password, and database. Now we have created a variable $stmt, and inside that we have the $mysqli. Then prepare function, and inside that we are using the query select star from user when user equal to question mark and password equal to question mark. Then bind the parameter, that is s equal to string. stmt bind param ss username and password. Okay. Then you can close the statement. So we use the prepared statement for this. Okay. Also, we can prevent through escape user input. Okay, like the real escape string. Also we can prevent SQL injection validate input, like if not equal to prag match, and then you have the regular expressions. So the or summary or the bottom line for MySQL injection: use prepared statement MySQLi or PDF for safety. If you can't use prepared statement, escape user input. Validate input to ensure it allows expected formats. By following these steps, you can greatly reduce the risk of SQL injection in your PHP code. They asked me database file name in staging and production. So I said generally in staging environment, the database file name is the staging db.sqlit or staging db name. In production environment, prod underscore db.sqlite or prod db name. Then they ask me what is the composer. So composer is a tool for dependency management in PHP. It allows you to declare the libraries your project depends on, and it will manage install update them for you. So you have to create one file mkdir my project, then go inside this project cd my project, then initiate the composer, like the composer init. This create a composer.json file where your project dependency are listed. So these question KPMG asked me, even they asked me the full form of the KPMG. So it is the Cleanwald, Pete, Mordwick and Gordler. So scheduled this interview was scheduled on April 11, 2024. I will share more interview question. Till then, bye.